Hello and welcome to Friday's programme. I'm John T. Messer.
And I'm Ellie Louise Ringe. Coming up tonight between now and 6:30.
Good evening. First tonight, the family of a teenager who died after taking drugs in Ilfracombe today asked a judge not to jail two young men who supplied him with ecstasy.
Daniel Kennett and another boy who can't be named for legal reasons pleaded guilty to supplying Luke Campbell.
At Exeter Crown Court, the pair avoided jail following the family's plea. Richard Lawrence is there for us now. Richard, an incredibly emotional day in court.
And Richard, what have you heard from Luke's family today?
Well, Luke...
Next tonight, the parents of a woman from Chard who was murdered for her life insurance say they are devastated her killers may have their time in prison reduced.
Catherine Wells Burt was just 23 when she was suffocated by her boyfriend in 2012. Her body was disposed of in a burning car, the victim of an elaborate plot by a trio from Poland.
Now, two of her killers are appealing to serve the rest of their sentence in their home country, which could reduce their jail time by up to 7 years. David Woodland has this report.
Well, the Yeovil MP Marcus Fish says he's pressing the Ministry of Justice for more information about any change in circumstance. And of course, we'll bring you any updates on Catherine's story.
Let's bring you some more news from around the region now. And around 180 troops, including Devon-based Royal Marines, have been sent to help police investigate the poisoning of a former Russian spy. They've been deployed.
Senior doctors at the Royal Cornwall Hospital are asking people to stay away from their accident and emergency department unless absolutely necessary. Next tonight, residents of a small village near Exeter have praised the fire service after nearly 100 firefighters battled a major blaze to save their homes.
Two thatched cottages in Sowton were destroyed after the fire broke out early yesterday evening, and such was the scale of the fire that the site is still smouldering. Adam Grierson reports.
You're watching ITV News here in the West Country. Thank you for joining us this evening. Still ahead before 6:30.
Meanwhile, the ITV News will continue with the national and international stories at 6:30. Alistair Stewart has all the details. But next on our programme, the former St Ives MP Andrew George says he believes the Liberal Democrats can claim back its former heartland. It's 30 years since the party was created, but since 2010 they have been wiped out in the West Country.
Despite coming close to regaining seats in last year's general election, there are questions about how relevant they remain. Here's our political correspondent, David Wood. Next tonight, the construction of Plymouth's new £37 million art and culture hub reached a significant milestone today as the first foundation stone was laid.
When it opens in 2020, the Box will be the largest museum and art gallery in the West Country. Our reporter Nick Smith is there for us now. So Nick, just tell us, what's this going to do for Plymouth?
And Nick, this is all building up to the Mayflower celebrations in 2020.
Now, there is a warning tonight to dog owners right across the region to be more responsible after a number of guide dogs have been attacked and left traumatised.
Yes, there are more than 350 guide dogs here in the southwest, but aggressive behaviour from other pets means some are no longer able to help their blind owners. Victoria Lampart reports. A herd of sheep who were trapped on a cliff face in Bude for several days have been rescued by the RSPCA.
Right, let's move on to sport now. And a surfer from Bude says it would be an honour to represent Team GB at the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo.
Yes, it's one of 5 new sports that will be included at the Games, and rising star Emily Curry is determined to get there. Jeff Welsh went to meet her.
We'll be watching her progress very closely here at ITV. Let's turn to the weekend's sport fixtures now. And in rugby, Exeter Chiefs will be looking to reach the Anglo-Welsh Cup semi-final this weekend.
It's a big weekend for the region's football sides. Plymouth boss Derek Adams will be hoping the Manager of the Month curse doesn't strike when the Pilgrims visit struggling.
Now, I'm sure you will have all remembered to buy your cards because, of course, it is Mothering Sunday this weekend. That's a time to give mums a bit of thanks that they deserve and, of course, a bit of pampering too.
And with that in mind, our reporter Kathy Wardle paid a visit to St Mary's C of E Primary School in Truro, where the children have been telling us what's special about their mums. How lovely was that? And all those promises of a lion.
Exactly.
What more
Got to
could
give
you
them
want?
a lion.
Well, Bob's here with the weather. Bob, what does the weekend have in
Good
store?
and bad, I would say, Ellie. Yes.
OK, Bob, thanks very much indeed. Now, before we go, let's give you a reminder of the main headlines here in the West Country this evening.
Well, it's goodbye from the two of us. I'll have the late news for you at 10:30.
Now we'll hand you to Alistair Stewart. Have a lovely weekend.